Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a very different view here. It is very close to my table, but I wanted to go ahead and show you how I do the diamond paintings. Now I'm going to try to use this pen. I've never used it before, so I don't know how good they are. So we're going to see. But I've got my little boat here for the drills. I've got my key for the symbols that each drill is for. I also brought one of these just in case I don't like this pen, and I brought some wax for this pen. I've got my drills over here, so you're not going to be able to see them. But yeah, so the first thing that I did, this one's not cut. So what I did is I just take it up a certain amount and then I just pull it and then I crease it where I want to stop. And I just rip it. I don't cut it or anything like that. Now some people do. Some people cut it, but I don't. I just rip it off. I mean, usually I'll cut like the excess off, but I'm always afraid I'm going to cut through the canvas, so I just rip it up. So we are going to do a little bit in this section, and I think I'm going to go ahead and pick the heart symbol. So you come over to your key, and if you don't have the paper, the legend will be on the canvas as well, so you can just check that. And you can see right there, the heart is number 939. So I just go over to my box, and I did put them in numerical order because that's just me, and yeah, it's a lot easier to find. So basically, you just dump some out. You don't have to have a lot at a time. And I always close the bottle after I dump some out. And then I stick it like, I'm going to stick it over here. But I put it so that I know, I leave it out so that I know what color I'm working on. So I don't put it back just in case I forget. So then you just shake your little boat to try to get the pieces to be upright. You don't have to shake them, you know, like crazy or anything like that. And then you just take and you pick up your drill and you put it where it needs to go. Now this has wax coming off the top. Now you can, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to pull the extra wax off of this tip, but you can go over it with like a cloth or something to wipe off the excess wax if you do have a problem with wax coming off onto your drills. That's all you have to do. Now the one thing I like about rounds is you don't have to worry about popping drills or them not fitting, because usually you don't have a problem with round drills. This is why I prefer round drills to square, just because there are a lot of issues sometimes with squares. If you get a good company, you don't have to worry about it, but I've gotten a bad company before, so I'm a little bit more hesitant with square drills. So all you do is keep putting on your drills. And I haven't done it yet, but I probably will. So if you look right here, see, that's why I put the cover back on, because I just knocked that over. So if you look right here, you can see I'm not touching the actual picture, but there's glue here on the edges, and you will get stuck to that, and dirt and dust will get stuck to that. So probably what I will do is get some washi tape and put a strip of washi along this edge and along this edge, just to cover up the stickiness, just so that my hands aren't sticking to it, and so that it's not getting dirty, it's not getting dusty. And if you put a drill into a bad spot, yeah, see, now that one has a lot of wax on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it off with my finger. But if you put the drill in a bad spot, you don't like the spot that it's in, it's the wrong spot or whatever, you can use tweezers to pick them off, or you can just take your tip and push it to where it needs to go. It works perfectly fine. I would definitely use a tip that doesn't have wax on it, because if you push too hard like that, you get a bit of wax on your drill. So if you push lightly, or the lighter you push, the less likely you're going to get wax, unless you just have a really big excess of wax in your pen. So try to use an end that doesn't have wax if you need to move your drill. It's just easier. So like with this pen, you can use this end, this sharp end here. With this pen, you can use the other end. You just turn it over and use that end. If you're not using the 3-placer, which the 3-placer is very helpful, I will tell you. For areas like if all of this was one color, a 3-placer will save you so much time. But it can be a little bit harder to place the drills right. Okay, so that little section is done. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing today, but I will go through, I will show a progress video update on how far I've gotten. It probably won't be for a little while because, you know, it does take a while to do, and I just haven't had time to work on these very often. I still have my husband's that I have to do from last year because my craft room got so chaotic that even my diamond painting, because usually I don't do diamond painting on the kitchen table. Bending over like this is not good for you. You will start to hurt. You need to have an angled desk to work on so that you're looking up instead of looking down at the table like this. Your neck starts to hurt, your back starts to hurt. So you want to be comfortable while you're doing this because, you know, it's supposed to be relaxing and it's supposed to just be something fun to do. I will say this is, see now, there we go. So I got this one a little bit too far, so I'm just going to take my pen point and push it over. Some people use tweezers. I don't, because I just don't, I don't have the dexterity with the tweezers. I always end up like, the drill pushes out and shoots across the room. So I don't use tweezers. Sometimes if like, on the square one that I have going, sometimes I'll place one in the middle of an area, and all the drills around it are already in, and I'll have to take that one out for whatever reason or move it or something. So then I will take the tweezers just to dig it out, just because it's a little bit easier. But yeah. So I have to say, I kind of really like this pen. It's a nice size. I might end up putting my grip on this one, because I kind of really like this pen. I don't know how long the wax will last, but right now it's doing a pretty good job. So if you get one of these from Victoria's Moon, which is where I got this from, if you get one of these pens, they're actually quite handy. You don't have to worry about refilling it with the wax. Because with these pens, sometimes, you know, the wax gets dirty, or it just doesn't stick anymore. So you have to replace it. So you just dig it out. Let's see if we can show that. Right there. I just took this end because that's all I had right now. But usually I'll take scissors and I'll dig that out, or not scissors, tweezers, and I'll dig that out, and then you put fresh wax in it. You don't keep shoving new wax on top. Dig out the old and then put new wax in. So yeah, I love round drills. They're just so nice to work with. Everyone, you know, everyone has different preference. I know there are some people that love square. They love the way it looks. They love the way it works. So yeah, I mean, you know, to each their own. Everybody has a preference, whether it be squares or round. I prefer round. I just like them better. Squares to me can be a little bit more finicky. So, yeah. So I'm going to get these hearts done. And once that's done, I will end this video. But yeah, these are going on pretty nice. Also, the good thing about rounds too is there's a bit more room. You can see my hand keeps sticking there. But there's a bit more room between the drills for round, so you don't have to worry about the popping drill issue like you do with square. Not all squares will have that issue. Like I said, if it's a good company, if it's a good painting, you won't have that issue. So yeah, next time. Okay, so that is all of the hearts in this section. So then what I do is I take, I'm just double checking to make sure, because I don't want to put these away and then see a heart, which happens sometimes. Yep, see, like here's two more hearts over here. That happens sometimes. It's not a big deal. I mean, you know, sometimes you miss them, sometimes you don't. But if you miss them, you can just wait until you get done with the color. But then I open my little bottle, dump them back in, and immediately close the bottle. You will spill these drills. Hands down, you will spill them. It's just what happens. It happens to everybody. You know, it's just a thing. So, yeah, I'm going to work on this a little bit more. And when I do when I've had enough, when I have enough done, I'll come back and do an update on it. But that's it for now. Go check Victoria's Moon out. This is where I got this one from. And I will have the link down below so you guys can go check out the website. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it wasn't too, sorry, I'm moving my screen. I'm trying to see what you guys were seeing. Hopefully it wasn't too horrible. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.